All right. Likutei Moharan, Teriyat base. So we said yesterday, we are on Sif Gimel. We said, if you find it difficult, how can the Tana? We said that. Let me go back a little bit. We said that the learner falls into craftiness from learning the Torah of the Tana, because the Tana has to have, even though he is totally, righteous and clean, there has to be a b'china of small in his Torah to give parnasa to the world. And therefore he's pushed into a hair breadth mistake when he's saying the Torah, so that there will be a possibility to be toya, to mistake, while learning the Torah, to turn it into betziruf, which the bechira should be. Now, without giving any guarantees that this is the truth, okay, I would say that this is like the bechina that the Kadosh Baruch Hu says on Rosh Chodesh, bring kapara for me. Chatas Rosh Chodesh is kapara for me that I have diminished the levana. So that the Tabenu explains that this enables everybody to do tshuva, because the Kodesh Baruch Hu is absolute. It's absolute. It's like it's absolute. In other words, the minute you do something, anybody does something which is not only against the laws of the Kodesh Baruch Hu, but even against the covenant of Kodesh Baruch Hu, immediately it's like trying to breathe in water. It doesn't work. It's like, so with Kodesh Baruch Hu diminishing the levana and therefore creating a Zahara, and the Kodesh Baruch Hu is like doing tshuva for that, bring a kapara for me that I have diminished the levana. It gives us a pischan peh, if you do something, you have to bring kapara for us, how much more so? It gives the possibility for everyone to do tshuva. So I would say maybe it's a similar bechina that the Tana is falling into a mistake in order to bring chayas for the ganze Welt. And the reason why I'm saying, even though there's a difference between the two, in the sense that one of them is the smallest for parnasa, and the tshuva is just to enable tshuva, both have to do with the enabling of the existence of bechira. If learning Torah would just totally purify somebody, per definition, no matter what he had in his head, then bechira is gone. So the Tana has to have a little sliver of small in there, a sliver of mistake, to enable somebody who doesn't want to learn Torah Lishmo, not to learn Torah Lishmo, and oh man, realize every single word of this bracha is a keli inside the Olatov. Chasem. Yatzor, B'ezrat Hashem, the Torah that we learn should be a tavlin keneged the Yetzirah, should help us, defeat the Yetzirah, B'ezrat Hashem. Whatever Yetzirah it is. So we said not only, but the small is easier to achieve. Not only is that the small is there, but the small is more accessible than the Yamid. That's what we said. Vataratz v'taged le'avi, and she ran and she told her father about this. And this is alluded to also in the passage that says afterwards, it says, Vayikishma Lavan et Shema Yaakov ben Achoisoi, when Lavan heard the news of Yaakov, the son of his sister, Vayalatz Likrosoi, and he ran towards him. I'm telling you outside. And he embraced him and he kissed him. And he brought him home. And he told Lavan all these things. In other words, whatever happened to him, or whatever. Lavan told him, you are my essence, you are my flesh. And he sat with him for 1 month. Lavan told to Yaakov, or are you my brother? And you serve me for nothing. And what's alluded to in this passage is as follows. And then when Lavan actually heard, the reputation, the news, the announcement of Yaakov ben Achoisai, the son of his sister, the learner, who is Pchinas Lavan, Shelo Lishma, Yedea Shema Yaakov, in other words, he knows of the reputation, the words of Yaakov, the Hainu Yaakov, the Tana, who is Ben Achoisai, in other words, the son of Rivka, who was Kshera. B'chinas Kashrus, Shalom Adon El HaTorah B'chashrus Lishmo, when he knows the Shema Yaakov, which is the Torah that Yaakov learned Lishmo properly, Yaakov he is listening to the voice of the learner learning his Torah. And he's running towards him. And he hugs him and he kisses him. In other words, by learning, the spirit of the Tana connects with the spirit of the learner. This is what we call the kiss in Kabbalah. In other words, that the person, that the person, when he's learning, through his learning, he's bringing the originator of the Torah into the Torah he's now learning. Kisham Beso, that's where the Tana lives. And the earth gave forth, a living soul. Shator Shabal Peh, which is Pchinas Malchus, which is a Pchina of Malchus, Pchinas Eretz, that's the source. Everything grows on the Eretz. That's the source for the Chayas and the Dibur of a person. So the Torah Shabal Peh, that's the house of the Tana, that's the home of the Tana, that's the root of his Chayas. V'yisapar Lavan, and he told Lavan, V'yisapar, many times in the Torah it's shown Sapir Ve'or, that it illuminates. It makes it Sheruach HaTana Meir La'alamdem Uver Lo Sadvorim Ha'ele, that the spirit of the Tana shines to the Tana, to the Lamdem, and explains to him the Dvorim Ha'ele. Peresh Rashi explained, what does it mean, the Dvorim Ha'ele? Shelo ba ele mitoch oines achiv shenotol mimenu ma'amonai. That the only reason why he came is because he was coerced, by the reality of his brother that took his money from him. Perush Ruach HaTana De'el Alamdon, the Ruach HaTana, the spirit of the Tana, announces and let the Lamdon know Shelo ba'atana l'bchina zois, that the Tana came to that particular bechina. She's both Torah and Mashmur Samuminis, that you can learn craftiness from his Torah only because Ela mitoch oines acher. That's the only reason why the Tana came to that. That his brother forced him, took his money, which means he had to fall into this slight mistake. That in its left should be wealth and honor. כדי להמשיך להם שפע גשמיס, to bring to the oilam in a שפע גשמיס. כשידע למדן כל זה, when the London knows all this, that the Tana, that his entire limud is Shem Shamayim, if he will also learn Shem Shamayim, and the Tana will listen to his limud, his ruach will medav ruach latana. But Yom Elavon, and the London says, Ach atzmi o besari ato, you are my essence, my flesh. The London and the Tana will be connected with great discussions. In other words, he should learn Hashem Shemayim, and he should become in a limud that he wants to connect with the Ruach of the Tana. Then he is mamish, the essence of the Tana. He's one with the Tana. He's medubak and mekusha to him. He's totally, connected to him. And he will sit with him for a month worth of days. In other words, and he would sit and he would contemplate with the ruach of the Tana that he's learning, how to do tshuva. To renew his days that have passed in darkness. Renew your days like an eagle. In other words, the days that were passed in the darkness. Chodesh Yomim means the Chidush Yomim. Chodesh Yomim is Chidush Yomim, the renewal of days. In other words, when you are connected, you're mekush to the spirit of the Tana. So the Tana will guide you and will show you the way how to do tshuva and rectify all the days when you let Shalom Lishma. And with this, you are rid of tzaddikim. You are persecuting the tzaddikim. And this is Mam Shalom Lishma. Any kind of day that passes without cheshbon nefesh, without accounting, what have I done today? Good and bad. It's called a day passed in darkness. The whole thing is a discipline. It's not a club that you belong to and a thing that you do. I go, I'm a breastliver, I sing, I do this, I do that, I dance. All these things are very, very good. Okay, I go to Mikis Vaidadus, I don't go to Mikis Vaidadus, whatever it is. Why? Because I'm a breastliver. Breastliver do these things. They go to Uman. All these things, Baruch Hashem, are fantastic, are gewaldig. But that's not what the Rebbe wanted. The Rebbe wanted us much more than that. The Rebbe wanted from us, he says, Omnam atem anoshim ksherim. It's true that you're El Chayidin. He says, but Lola Zodasa Kavanosi, that's not what I meant. He says, I wanted you to be like animals like animals in the forest that are roaring in the forest all night long. Yearning to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what I wanted. The thing is that when we learned this, Likutei Moharan and everything else, the idea is to do it l'maisa, to bring it down l'maisa, and to take one thing at a time. I mean, you can't do the whole thing, but you start. Like we spoke this morning. You start with, let's say, Birkas HaTorah, or Shahakol, or Lorei Nefashos, whatever it is. You start. You look at it now as something that you have to do, and therefore you want to make it as painless as possible. The idea is that it's your thing. You are a pro. You're working on your swing. And it's a real pitch. It's a real pitch, and you want to drive it out of the park. It's like now you have a Baruch HaShahak, or you have a Birkas HaTorah, or you're putting on tefillin, or you're saying Kriyat Shema, whatever it is. We learn all these things. The idea is that just to do the pshit. You don't have to have kavanas or anything. But the main thing is that I remember Rabbi Cheshem, when he used to make a bracha. It always seemed like it's the first time he's making a bracha in his life. maybe not the first time, but like he was so energized when he came to make a bracha that it was obvious it was his thing. That's, yeah, all right, now that's my thing. I'm going to make a bracha on this. It's like a Baruch, Ato, Hashem. It's like, it's like, he was doing it, you know. It wasn't like, I gotta eat, but you can't even make a bracha. All right, I'll make a bracha. That wasn't it, you know. It's like that's what the Zmiros on Shabbos, which says, Sayadim bo levarach shalosh pe'amim, right? It says, we're eating 3 times for what purpose? To bench. It's not that we bench because we ate. What can you do? You gotta bench. No, we eat in order to bench. So, you know, you want to be in the big leagues.
Come on.
Yeah, I gotta have energy. I got to have energy, yes. So the Tana, what you need to do is you need to account for your days. Even if you're not able to overcome your vices. I have things that, you know, that I do that I should not be doing. I should not be doing. If I could, and in the meantime, I can't stop. I can stop entirely. It's like, you know, I'm like trimming it at the end a little bit, you know, but the bulk of the thing is there. But what you do is, you bring it to Kodesh Baruch Hu and you talk about it. Says, I should be able to stop it. And he says, yeah, man, I really try, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you talk about it, as long as it's on the table, it's called your Oisek B'tshuva. That's called an illuminated day. The minute you just let go, it's called Yom She'or B'choshech. It's a day that was passed in darkness. This all would be true if the Laman would look, you know, at the depth of the matter. However, Talmid Chochem, who is a Jewish devil, he doesn't see all this. He does not hear, you know, the reputation, the voice of Ben Achoisa, of the son of his sister. In other words, the Torah of the Tana is totally kosher. Lavan, the Lamdan, is telling the Yaakov, hey, yo, bro, you're my brother. You be my brother, man. The Tana also thinks that, the Lamdan thinks that the Tana was also crafty. Also being crafty. Hey, he's my brother. He's like his craftiness. And there's no tzad kashas, there's no kashas in it. There's no elchkeit in it. And you think that he's his brother in cheating, in Ramos. That he is totally fraudulent. The whole thing is a trick. The whole thing is technique. You know, it's like lawyers, you know, and the lawyers that, you know, they're lawyerizing. Yeah, but on the other hand, you know what? There's no vestige of truth. You know, they don't care about the truth. Truth is immaterial. The question is whether you are found guilty or you're found innocent. Well, they'll ruin the game. In other words, in basketball, you can't kick the ball. If you kick the ball, the whole idea is because there's the rules of the game. The whole thing is a game. The Derech HaMishpat that they have, it's a game. It has rules. You know, it's very, very good that it is there because it limits the damage of the wildness of perpetrators. You know, but Betachlis, the truth, it is not. Lawyerizing is a way of Keviyochel ascertaining the essence of the matter. Mishpat is B'chinas Einayim, right? As we learn in Torah base. It's B'chinas Einayim. But you're using it for them. You're using it not to find a way out. This is shaycha. This is not a nine. This is a lie. The lamdon, which is not a kosher, he thinks that the time is also, he's not a lawyer like him. We're both lawyers. We're looking for a way to this way to that. And we found the loophole. He thinks that he says, you're my brother. And the Torah that he said is also full with craftiness. There's no kashrus in it. And he thinks he's his brother. Beramos is his brother in cheating. Shekula Amos is totally fraud. Completely fraudulent, chas v'sholem. He doesn't want to do tshuva. Because Ramos came into him and he doesn't see the truth. And he's saying, and he's cursing out the tzaddik, saying bad things, but God of avuz, in total derision. What the heck are you? All right, up to here for today, Likutei Moharan. Bye bye.